What's up, guys? So we just have a couple more days to go till the new One Punch Man update. So let's go get in the tier list, and I'll show you guys some other units you guys should grind for. And we also got a new code as well, so I can't wait to show that to you guys. Let's get it. Before we hop in it, guys, we're on the road to 1 million subscribers. We're trying to hit 1 million before May, so make sure you guys smash the subscribe button if you guys want to enter in the giveaway. We're going to be splitting up the 1 million between a ton of winners, so you guys have a very good chance of winning some Robux. All right, let's get it started. Of course, big shout out to AE and the whole tier list team. So let's go over the good units for progressive modes. First up, guys, farms. Idol is still the king of the farms. There's no farm that I would rather use. So she is very, very good. Yojin and Nico Robin aren't bad either. Female Speedwagon, I believe she's actually obtainable again from the AFK mode. So if you guys would like to get her, go check that out. And then Speedwagon, again, if you're a new player, he's not a bad look. But Idol, very, very good after her Evo, of course. All right, meta support, Harumi. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be honest, guys. She's currently the best unit in the game, and it's not even close. So we'll talk a little bit more about her later, but she has her support mode, which is very good. Goku is very nice. He's kind of like Gojo in the fact that he slows down the units, but he also makes them take more damage, which is very useful. And he's also very cheap. Same thing with, I believe, Kurumi and Gojo as well. They're both very cheap units. For example, if I show you Kurumi, Time Angel, you're gonna see she's very, very cheap, only $1,000. So usually you can place her in like wave 2 or 3, and with her stats and support capabilities, very nice. Like you guys can see, she is when does it show it? Oh, I believe she gets some other stuff. I guess it doesn't show it here, but yeah, she has her, when she gets upgraded, she has support stats. All right. I don't really use this guy a whole lot. Neither do I use Zero a lot. Idol, of course, does have the range buff. And Giorno, oh my gosh, this guy is very good. He's slow, very cheap, very high damage, and he has percentage-based. All right, meta early ground. There's kind of a lot of newer ones. Your Forger and Armin are very good. Chahin, he's pretty good too. I believe she gets hybrid later, which is nice. Issei is very good, guys. He's one of my favorite units, and I believe he's the best Celestial in the game, mainly due to damage creep and whatnot, but he's very good. Tokyo Ghoul guy, he's pretty good too. Kaneki, Kilowatt got a nice buff a little while ago. He's pretty good. And the rest of them, honestly, they're kind of aging out a little bit. This guy's so old, he's kind of aging. Meta early hybrid, honestly, for all macros and stuff, Giorno is kind of the king right now due to his cheap price. Hybrid and slow, very good. Remy is nice because he gets like that big AoE. And this guy also gets a nice AoE. Gilgamesh is okay, but honestly, right now, Giorno is really easy to get and really good. I kind of recommend him a lot compared to the other ones. This guy's also pretty good if you're on like a grass map, but he does have that Evo as well. Even normal Rengoku if you're a new player, very good starter. All right, so this is kind of a continuation of this list. It's kind of an order for like which ones are good and which ones are bad for early game. But you guys can kind of see it's pretty simple. Some new units that I kind of want to point out on this list for you guys. Goldie Rogers pretty good. I might make a guide on how to get him or something later. I'm not sure, but Goldie Rogers is very good. Kurumi just very good overall. Dark units, honestly, I've tried Ichigo out in a lot of scenarios. I don't really necessarily like him that much as a starter, but I feel like there's better options out there. Giorno's pretty good. You're gonna see that Goku Black is now really far back, and that's because of the power creep, and they nerfed him a bit. I think they might have to unnerf him. Like, he's honestly not that great now compared to like all of the other units, but I mean, he's not terrible. Giorno Matsuri really good. Goku and Gohan combo is very powerful. Definitely a high recommendation. Jiren and Rengoku definitely still the best for fire. So that's kind of just a reiteration of the other list. But this is kind of like, if you don't have those units, you can try some of these. And I'll talk a little bit more in depth about those later. All right, late defense. So this is like you're in infinite mode maybe, or maybe you're in like late story mode. You guys can see Kurumi is currently #1. Pretty much every team should have her. This guy has this really cool ability. He basically, he gets completely insane for like a couple minutes and then he becomes worthless. But it's really good for like final bosses and whatnot. Very strong. Sanji has some very good DPS, and he does have some good synergy with other burn units. She has that nice stun effect as well as some really high DPS. And a lot of you guys have high DPS. Ria's very good, guys, and not too hard to get. She used to have some like low trading value, but she's kind of hard to get through trading nowadays. Water units, again, still the best combo is these two right there together. Everybody else kind of pales in comparison. Nature, these two new nature units, very, very strong. Fubuki, and I forget her name. Very good units, guys. Also, honestly, all these nature units are very good. Like, you can't really go wrong with any of these nature units. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we're at the point where all these nature units are, I would consider like OP, and literally a month ago, they would be like dang near the top. Dark units, Sung Jin Woo is currently the GOAT. Honestly, though, Sung Jin Woo is kind of the GOAT in general. Like, he's definitely the godly I would go for. Honestly, Kaido isn't too hard to get. Albedo got a nice buff. And this guy, he's really good for infinite mode. Honestly, this Ainz, he's a little bit expensive to place, but he's kind of slept on. He's really good. Ichigo, honestly, I'm kind of falling out of love with him. They are going to buff him later, but right now he kind of sucks. This guy, I only use him for his range capabilities. And honestly, I forgot this guy was even in the game. Like, low-key, I don't even know how you guys... It must be a capsule unit or something. Light units, Goldie Roger just dropped. He's very good. Yuta, honestly, they buffed him so much. He's now like one of the best units again, like he used to be a year ago. Gear 5 Luffy has that percentage nuke, really strong. And Deal Over Heaven, again, he's getting a buff later on. And the rest of these are kind of more story mode units or earlier game units. Support units, we kind of went all over these already. All right, W2 infinite mode. So you guys can kind of see the king right now is Kurumi. So farm wise, went over that. Support wise, we kind of went over that mostly. So we'll talk over the top 10 DPSs now that I recommend. And these are like the top 10 DPS, and we'll go over overall. The best DPSs is Roger and Kurumi. And honestly, the rest are pretty good as well. Yuta, they're all really strong DPS. So I would definitely recommend you bring them, but Kurumi is just insanely OP. Like, it's crazy. Goldie Roger's still pretty good. Luffy, not bad, not bad. Yuta, he has a smaller AoE, but very high DPS. Sung Jin Woo overall just very, very high DPS, and he has like all these combinations of abilities in one, which is pretty sweet. And these three are just like kind of newer units that have pretty good DPS. Ainz is pretty good. He's full AoE, which is very nice. But his DPS is a little bit lower because of that. Overall, these are the units I'll go over, like ones I haven't talked about. Pucci, he has that really cool ability, and he has some nice full AoE DPS. So he basically teleports enemies back in the map pretty far. So very useful to have one of your teammates have him for leaderboards. Goldie Roger, good DPS, decent DPS in supports. Same with these guys. Escanor again, pretty good DPS, full AoE. So they might have like lower overall DPS, but because they're a full AoE, it kind of adds up. Jin Mori, he's kind of fallen out of the meta a little bit. He used to have some like really high DPS with the worst AoE, but people just don't use him. Sukuna, I like him because he gives 35% range, which combos very well with full AoE units. This guy has a percentage nuke and also good DPS. Giorno has a percentage attack, so he's very good for bosses, just very OP in general. Sung Jin Woo we talked about. Kurumi, she's just meta for everything, pretty insane. And of course, guys, we got the new update dropping this weekend, and they did actually give us another code as well, so I can't wait for Cosmic Garo. Comment down below, is he going to be a godly or is he going to be an ultimate unit? And make sure you guys get yourself a hand on Hero Hunter. He's very, very easy to get, so definitely check him out. And I got the code for you guys as well. The code is, oh my gosh, second, Cosmic Garo. There you go. It's gonna be a reroll code. 7 rerolls, nothing too crazy, but remember 4x is turning on again tonight, so make sure you guys take advantage of that.